For years, U.S. companies led the development of humanoid robots. Today, emerging Chinese enterprises are constantly pushing the boundaries of innovation. With a robot density per worker in factory workshops already surpassing that of the US and Japan, China is preparing to assign increasingly complex tasks to humanoid robots. Chinese robotics companies have initiated multiple trials, from waste sorting and medicine delivery in nursing homes, to joint street patrols with police, museum guiding, and even military applications. Just recently, China hosted the world's first humanoid robot half-marathon and humanoid robot combat competitions. While these events are not yet perfect, the key lies in progress, representing a significant step forward for China's tech industry. Chinese startups have caught the attention of Elon Musk, whose Tesla company is also targeting the humanoid robot market. During an April earnings call, the billionaire stated that he believes his Optimus robot leads the industry in performance, but China may ultimately dominate this field. I'm a bit worried that the companies ranked 2nd through 10th on the leaderboard are all Chinese companies, he said. His concern is not unfounded. Many experts also believe that China's development model could give it an advantage in strategically important, capital-intensive fields like robotics, similar to its achievements in electric vehicles and solar panels. The China model might actually prove superior. Dominance in the humanoid robot field is crucial. By 2050, the market size for humanoid robots and related services is projected to soar to $7 trillion, with potentially 648 million humanoid robots deployed globally. Beyond economic returns, at the national level, robots also signify strategic influence. Whoever leads humanoid robot development may command a tireless workforce or cadre of caregivers, thereby redefining economic and political power. As Musk stated in a mid-May speech in Saudi Arabia, as the robotic labor force grows, the global economy could expand to 10 times its current size. This would unleash enormous economic potential, leading humanity into a fundamentally different world. China is making bold bets on the future prospects of the humanoid robot market. Its strategy involves integrating humanoid robots into manufacturing, healthcare, hospitality, and other sectors. After a decade of planning, robot density in Chinese factories now surpasses that of Germany and Japan and has doubled within 4 years. Data from the International Federation of Robotics shows that in 2023, China had 470 robots per 10,000 employees, significantly higher than the US's 295. Benefiting from domestic manufacturing advantages and strong government support, approximately 50 to 60 Chinese companies are currently investing in humanoid robot R&D. According to data released in April by the authoritative robotics research firm Leo, China is expected to produce over 10,000 humanoid robots this year, accounting for more than half of global production. Earlier this year, China also announced plans to invest 1 trillion renminbi, $140 billion, in robotics and high-tech fields over the next 20 years, far exceeding investments by the US and Europe. China boasts numerous players, including top-tier talent. AI models are helping humanoid robots become smarter and more agile, positioning China to take the lead in robotics in the future. Chinese startups are racing to optimize AI applications, enabling robots to recognize objects, plan movements, collaborate, and autonomously learn to adapt to new scenarios. Concurrently, these technological advances are pushing Chinese robots into real-world applications. Robots from Chinese companies are widely used in assembling Apple iPhones and performing tasks like moving boxes, sorting parts, and inspecting instruments in automotive factories for BYD, Geely, and FAW Volkswagen. They are also employed to detect refrigerant leaks in air conditioning systems, effectively preventing lung damage associated with manual checks. As Chinese startups collaborate with manufacturers to reduce costs and enhance the cost-performance ratio of robots, China is emerging as a leader in the humanoid robot field. Over the next 5 to 10 years, humanoid robots are expected to see much wider industrial application. A Morgan Stanley report indicates that among the top 100 companies in the global humanoid robot supply chain, 35 are Chinese, with 68.5% concentrated in the body module. This supply chain autonomy brings significant cost advantages. For instance, while Boston Dynamics' Spot robot costs $74,500, Unitree's new generation robot dog sells for only around 10,000 renminbi. Musk's concerns are well-founded. First, regarding cost. The price of the Optimus Gen 2 dropped dramatically from $200,000 to $30,000, yet a staggering 60% of its core components rely on Chinese suppliers. For example, the actuators from Sanwa Intelligent Control and the hollow cup motors from Moon's Industries have reportedly made Tesla's procurement team remark that Chinese suppliers respond 3 times faster than Japanese ones, at only 40% of the cost of European suppliers. This cost advantage is simply too significant. Technologically, Top Group's planetary roller screws boast a load capacity 20% higher than competing German products, yet cost 45% less. Leader Drive's harmonic reducers have achieved a breakthrough lifespan of 10,000 hours, significantly impacting the market share of Japan's harmonic drive. Then there's the cluster effect. Within a 300-kilometer radius of Shanghai, 85% of Optimus's suppliers are concentrated. Here, revised blueprints delivered in the morning, physical samples arriving by afternoon, has become routine. This highly efficient collaborative model greatly accelerates product development and production. China, drawing on its successful experience in the EV sector, is placing heavy bets on robotics. On the policy front, Beijing recently launched a $140 million robotics fund, swiftly followed by Shanghai, both targeting the national strategic goal of fostering new quality productive forces. Companies are also sprinting towards mass production. For example, Liju Robotics halved its robots' cost within a year from 700,000 renminbi to 400,000 renminbi and aims to reduce it to 200,000 renminbi by 2025. Kepler's pricing directly targets $30,000, undercutting Optimus by 30%. Looking at the industrial ecosystem, China holds a 63% share of the global humanoid robot supply chain, approaching a monopoly in the body hardware segment. This signifies China's critical position within the robotics industrial ecosystem. While Tesla's lab-bound Optimus is still painstakingly practicing screw tightening, Chinese robots are already setting their sights on Mars. Tesla has relied on the advantages of its Dojo chip and FSD algorithms, focusing on the brain. But Musk himself has had to admit that achieving the 2025 target of mass-producing 50,000 units still depends on Chinese supply chain support. China, meanwhile, continues to push forward on body hardware. Sanhua's liquid metal actuators can now simulate muscle contraction, and Top Group's carbon fiber roller screws have reduced joint weight by another 50%. These black technologies, emerging from workshops in the Yangtze River Delta, are step-by-step pushing Optimus into an awkward position, seemingly soul-bound to Chinese manufacturing, struggling to thrive without China's support. In a Shenzhen industrial park, the roar of machine tools is constant as engineers fine-tune a new generation of hollow cup motors. The torque of these motors is now sufficient to allow a robot's fingers to delicately pick up an embroidery needle. Meanwhile, in Tesla's Fremont, California factory, domestically produced planetary roller screws for Optimus are driving gears with 5mm precision per second. This Chinese takeover predicted by Musk is essentially a case of cost innovation, delivering a dimensionality reduction strike on technological hegemony. History often follows similar paths. Just as electric vehicles are gradually replacing internal combustion engine cars, the handover of dominance in the humanoid robot field might hinge solely on China achieving large-scale mass production. 1 out of every 2 industrial robots globally is in China. Behind a 52% global installation share in 2024 are Estin welding robots operating 24/7 and Sciasen handling robotic arms sweeping through Southeast Asian factories. Meituan's food delivery robots covered 1 billion orders last year, with one user quipping, "Its apology for delivering the wrong order sounds more sincere than the delivery guys." Tanabe's orthopedic surgical robot is even more remarkable. Records from a Hubei hospital show it replaced a 90-year-old's hip joint through an incision smaller than a fingernail. 5G Plus robots are operational at Qingdao Port. 30 unmanned trucks dispatched simultaneously, with positioning errors under 2 centimeters. At Samsung Electronics Factory in Haiphong, Vietnam, 200 Scara robots from Chinese company Topstar dance on the assembly lines. These four-axis robots have tripled the efficiency of mobile phone motherboard SMT placement, priced at just 60% of comparable Japanese brands. The Nikkei described the rise of Chinese robots with shocking data, noting that in high-end fields like automotive welding and 3C electronics, Chinese brands are seizing markets traditionally dominated by Japan. Fanuc's financial report showed a 27% year-on-year drop in Q1 2025 China sales. President Kenji Yamaguchi candidly stated, China's software algorithm advantages exceeded expectations. In Dongguan's Lighthouse Factory, 1,000 domestic robots work alongside human engineers. 2 smartphones roll off the line every minute here, while the number of workshop workers has decreased by 80% compared to 5 years ago. From importing second-hand equipment to setting international standards, from automotive production lines to space robotic arms, China's industrial robots have completed the transition from follower to leader in just 20 years. As a Chinese expert aptly put it, when robots start speaking Chinese, the baton of global manufacturing has already changed hands. This quiet machine revolution is embedding the DNA of made by China's intelligence into every cell of the global industrial chain.